1, 2, 3, 4. The Herb Report. Number 6. The Herb Report. Something to watch and listen to. Oh, rock and roll, everybody. Thank you for listening and watching another episode of the Herb Report. Got a special guest host today, James Wetuski, and tell them a little bit about yourself, James.
Well, I'm an alumni of SFA. I went here and got my degree in theater, got minors in history and writing. Yes, Axum, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I live in Houston, and I work as an actor, and I actually DJ on the side.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that DJ stuff. I'm just curious.
I'm actually DJing in two positions, sort of. On the one hand, I'm training to become a DJ for weddings and stuff like that. I've actually had one gig so far. I DJed somebody's graduation party. Oh, that's cool. And I've got two weddings scheduled for later this summer. And then the other thing I'm doing is since early in January or February, I've been DJing for KTRU, Rice Radio in Houston. Rice University, well-known university. Team did very well in the World Series. Not too well, but pretty well. Anyway, they've got a radio station. It's a well-respected college radio station. It's been around for a long time. It's KTRU. If you're in Houston, it's 91.7 FM. Or if you're near Rice, it's 91.5 FM. And you can get it anywhere in the world online at ktru.org. You just look it up. You can stream it on all kinds of different media players. You can check out the set lists and all that stuff. And you can see my set lists. And you can, do email requests. You can request a song from anywhere in the world of me. Listen to it.
What genre of music do you play?
It's an eclectic genre. We play a lot of independent music that you won't hear on commercial radio. So like indie artists, and then there's a mix of we got old 60s music, blues, jazz, reggae, ska, world, all kinds of different things.
Would my sad, whiny emo songs make the cut?
Maybe.
Possibly.
It's potential. We have a special local show. You could send some of your best stuff there and see if they'll take it.
See if they take it.
Hey, I mean, I'm not in charge. I can't make those decisions. I think at the very least your nerd song's got a shot.
Yeah,
and I think if you bring out a couple of your really
maybe Sweater Girl.
If you bring out some of the really good stuff, you might you could definitely get on there. I mean, they want submissions. I mean, you should probably send in. But anywhere in the world, you can go online, make an email request to me, and I'll see if I can play the song for you, and you can listen to it anywhere in the world. So actually, my show right now is Tuesdays from 1 till 3 p.m. So until it'll probably change with a new semester. But for now, listen online and make a request, and maybe I'll find it for you.
Well, James, I know you got your degree in theater and acting. After you graduated, what are some things have you done in the acting realm?
Been pretty busy. I've done three plays now with a community theater called Company on Stage, which is the longest running continually producing community theater in Houston. I've done several small film projects. I did one little short kind of horror film in the fall. I've done a film with some students from NYU, a short western that we shot in Big Bend National Park. It was really cool. Had a lot of great actors there, a cool, small, tight crew. That worked very well. There's a video of it up on YouTube. If you search Bad Blood and Western, you'll see it. It's a trailer for the film that they're still editing it, but they've shot it and they put together this little trailer. It's really cool. And you can also find that on my MySpace page, which is myspace.com/James Wetuski, W-E-T like wet, U, and then S-K-I, ski, so Wetuski. You go on there, you can see the YouTube video and watch it. Herb liked it.
Yeah, actually, I thought a lot of the footage looks really, really good. The soundtrack to me, and because I'm a composer, it just...
it was clearly something quick that they threw on just to give it some sound.
That's probably not the soundtrack.
It's not going to be. That's not going to be what they do in the film. But I mean, for what it was, I liked it. I think it's cute. And then the drums kick in right at the end, and I really want to hear what comes next. And it cuts. I'm like, no, the drums are just kicking in. But
that's sort of the Battlestar Galactica type. I don't know if you've watched much of the Battlestar Galactica.
I watched the old thing in a marathon once. I watched again. At first I thought it was a movie, and then I realized what it was. And I watched episode after episode in this marathon until they drug me away to go eat. But I like that new one.
The new one. Yeah, I love the new one.
I'm such a fan.
So you would act in Battlestar Galactica if they called you up?
Oh man, there's been a series of things. I always wanted to be. I always wanted to be in a Star Wars movie. You know, and the Star Wars movies came out, the new ones, and they stunk. But, you know, they came out and I desperately wanted to be, you know, I could have totally done it. You know, I could have been anybody. The guy who got shot right at the beginning. It doesn't matter. I just wanted to be in one. You know, and now my odds of that are really bad. And then, like, X-Men came out, and I was dying to be like, oh, man, I want to be Nightcrawler. I could have been anybody. I'm dying. I mean, hopefully they'll shoot a couple more of them in the next couple years. You know, give it some time, then I actually become a major actor, and then I can get in. Maybe I'll be Cannonball or somebody. I could be Cannonball.
Okay.
That'd be awesome. But, been doing lots of auditions. I did some work as an extra. I did some production work. I'm actually doing kids' plays for money, going to schools and libraries and doing that. I made a fair amount of money last month. Not going to make very much money this month, but I made good money last month doing that.
So you actually supported yourself last month
for
as an
1
actor.
month. I supported myself on nothing but acting, and I didn't even use savings. I mean, I made enough money to cover my bills for 1 month.
That's not bad.
It was awesome.
That's not bad.
Not going to happen this month, but it was great for 1 month. And we'll see, because I got a couple professional auditions coming up, or having just done them, and maybe something good paying will be on the rise for me, just around the corner.
Well, let's talk about some of those auditions you've done.
Okay, just yesterday I auditioned for a film, tentatively titled Gauntlet, and it's a film about a series of people get locked in this strange underground cavern kind of place, and they all got to escape. You know, it's dangerous, deadly, and things are coming out of every corner, and they got to escape. And it turns out that they may have to kill each other to do it, you know? And so it's kind of together, but every man for himself. Lots of death and danger all around, every corner. And I'd be playing... The character I auditioned for is a kid just out of high school, or he's in high school. And it was in a school shooting. Just like, you know, some of the ones that have happened in the last several years. But he's in this school shooting, and what actually happens is he... I shouldn't probably give all this stuff away. Spoilers.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that.
Anyway, he's been in this shooting, and then he wakes up and he finds himself in this dangerous locale. And so he's been in a dangerous situation before, and now he finds himself there. And all these people have found themselves in these kind of dangerous situations, and now they have to survive in this dangerous locale. And so that's what I auditioned for. It's a SAG production. It's a Screen Actors Guild union official production. It would pay scale, which is good money. And they would have to waive me, and then I have a good chance of actually becoming a union member should I get cast. I mean, odds are long, but you never know. They need somebody, and I can do it. So there's that.
Can I do it, James?
You couldn't do the character I can do.
Oh, okay.
But there might be a character for you, Herb.
There might be.
Who knows? I didn't look at the rest of the cast list. I was interested in me.
I understand. I mean, you got to look out for yourself because you're down in H-Town and I'm up in Necktown. And so forth. Well, and also I know you've done a lot of community theater as well since you graduated.
Yeah, I've been with the same community theater since the fall. First I was in Godspell. I played Jesus, which was great for me because I was a lead, and it was a musical, and I hadn't been a major role in a musical before, so it was two very nice things for me to do. And then I did, at the same time I agreed to do a children's play with them. I did Winnie the Pooh, so that ended up happening in the spring. And I'm currently doing a show with them right now, All in the Timing by David Ives. It's a series of small, short comedies, 5 to 15, 20-minute comedies, 7 of them, and I'm in 3 of them. I play 3 different characters. The first is, it's 2 people meet in like a cafe kind of situation. You know how you get to know somebody for the first time, you're meeting them, and all the missteps and things that can go wrong. Well, these people get a chance to redo it every time they screw up. It's like hitting the reset button. And so it's like maybe a 5-minute conversation stretched out to 50 minutes, all the wrong things they say until they get it right. And then the other time, it's I play a guy, I'm doing monologue, and I have a particular secret, and I reveal that to the audience, and it's very something unique and unusual. And then the last one, I play a guy who is teaching this universal language. I'm teaching this universal
Esperanto?
language. Not Esperanto.
Not Esperanto.
No, it's called Unamunda, which translates roughly to one world if you know Spanish. But anyway, I'm teaching this. I run this little school where I teach this universal language. This girl comes in to learn from me, and it's about the exploration of that. And there's a little trick at the end, like oh. It's a bunch of good comedies. David Ives is a pretty good.
So James, could I have been in this play?
Yes.
So
You definitely could have been in this play. There was definitely a spot for you.
Did you get a chance to read any of my plays lately, like that couple? Because it sounds similar to some of the stuff that I did with that. You haven't had a chance.
I've read some of your stuff, but I don't know if I've read that one, and
Okay,
certainly not recently. I haven't read any of your stuff for a while.
That's all right. You were busy as an actor and doing
Internet
other
connection's
things.
bad. A lot of things going on.
But
I've read some of your stuff before, and you've got some real good stuff. I mean, maybe not publish worthy right off the bat, but there's definitely some real merit in your stuff. And I've always said this: there are definitely things that you need to work on, as everyone does. But you definitely have some really good interesting characters and interesting stuff that goes on in your stories. And, you know, maybe a little cutting here, a little adding there, cleaning it up.
Well, I think
just like anybody.
I think
but you got some real good stuff at the root of it.
I think one of the things you said that actually I was really pleased about, you said the dialogue sounded real.
Yeah, sound like real people.
Yeah, so it wasn't, hello, how are you today? I don't know.
That was, I think what I said about the one where you had, everybody's at the open mic night.
Yeah.
That was about the open mic night, yeah, because it was long and there wasn't a very... you don't have to do this because everything's different. But I mean, a lot of plays have a very specific direction that they're going. The plot is a simple, straightforward thing, and you can do it a lot of different ways, and people have with great success. But I wasn't quite sure where it was going. It was just more of a slice of life, what was going on with all these different people. But everybody sounded perfectly real. They had distinct voices. They were individual characters that had something to say, and I really liked that. You know,
yeah. In that class, you wouldn't let me read. He wouldn't let me read his great play. Apparently, I was not a good enough actor to sight read James's play for class.
My play wasn't that good.
Exactly.
But I didn't need to make it any worse.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fine. Well, James, you want?
I think my play had certain merits as well, but it wasn't all that it could have been. It had certain merits, but it definitely was not all that it could have been.
Yeah, well, maybe now you would, after you've seen some of the great acting I've done on TV, on YouTube, like the Time Torians, and
I'll give you a shot. You'll be all right.
I might be. You might actually. Well, I'm not a stage actor.
I'm not a director, so hey.
I'm not a stage actor. I am an internet legend.
That's right.
Of YouTube.
It's a different venue. It's a different format, and it requires a different set of skills.
Exactly. Well, James, it sounds like you really kept yourself busy since you graduated, and
very busy. And as most actors, most of the busy involves trying to find work more than it is actually working.
Well, I think the one thing like this is that when folks graduate from music or art, from theater or dance, whatever, there's really the next level is like, you know, what are you going to do? Are you going to do this or not?
Right.
And right now you're out there hustling. And I think a lot of times folks think I got to get paid this to do this. Or, I actually have folks that tell me they won't play open mic nights because I don't get paid. I'm thinking, well, who are you?
Right.
Why is anybody going to pay you if they don't know to do songs, especially if you're just going to go up there and do covers? I mean, why is anybody going to pay you to do covers?
Unless you're me first and the gimmicks. I mean,
you know, so it's paying your dues, and that's part of the thing that I know you're doing right now, and I'm really proud to see all the hard work that you've done and the auditions you've done, and you've been graduated about
just over a year.
That is?
I graduated December 2005.
Okay.
4.5-year plan.
Okay. Well, okay. So
I was out in December 2005.
A year and a half.
It's been a year and a half.
Oh, a year and a half. Now. Okay. I'll take the year and a half then.
Split the difference.
We'll split the difference in a year and a half. And in that year and a half, you actually done things. And one of the things I talk to folks all the time is having goals. There's short range, midterm, and long term goals.
Yeah.
And I think if I ask you what they are, like for me, acting wise, one of my midterm goals is I want to have 5 lines in a major motion picture.
That's a good one.
And now that's laughable a little bit in some ways. But what are the things that I'm doing to make that happen? Well, I take acting classes. I worked on my craft. I work on editing. I promote myself like all get out on the YouTube and the MySpace and whatnot. And so at least if someone happened to run across something that they may see that as something.
Yeah, but I mean, the great thing is that's an attainable goal. It's reasonable. You know, don't expect to do it tomorrow, obviously. And it might happen soon. It might never happen. But it's an easily attainable goal. Not easily, like you can just walk out of bed and do it, because you can't. But it's something that could happen. It's not I'm going to be a star or I'm going to be the lead in the big movie or anything. 5 lines is a good goal to make because people do this. Lots of people you've never heard of do this, and people get paid to do that. And I know people, or rather, I know people who have done that.
For me, I don't even care about paycheck because I got a day job.
You just want to do it.
I just want to be
have
in a major motion picture saying 5 lines as the dad, as the waiter, as the cop, as the heavy, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, walk over here. I'll act better than that. But anyways, whatever lines.
How are you doing, sir? May I offer you the wine list? You've got something just there.
How are you doing, sir?
Well, thank you for coming, and I'm sorry that nothing went as well as you'd like. Come back.
What do you want? All right, 2 coffees and a cafe latte. I'll
Keep working.
Ah.
But yeah, because frankly, if I was producing movies and stuff, I'd have no problem splitting you in for 5 lines because I would find something that you could do for 5
Well,
lines.
I think
it wouldn't be a problem.
I think both of us are more the character type actors, anyways. We're not the lead. Sadly, we're not the lead type.
I'm pretty, but I'm just not a leading man.
You're just not a leading
I'm just
man.
not.
You're too funny to be a leading man. I'm
right.
too short to be a leading man. And
Oh, come on. You're taller than Tom Cruise. How tall are you?
yeah, I'm 5'5".
You're taller than Tom Cruise.
All right.
Give me that you're too short
Well,
nonsense.
here, I'll take my glasses off. I look like a different person.
How's it going, Tom? You still crazy?
Put the glasses on. I'm the lovable nerd. Take the glasses off.
What am I when I take my glasses off?
You look like
I'm
James.
lost, I mean.
You
What's going on?
look like James without the glasses on. I look like Herbert without glasses on. Well, and that's one of the things that I think you kind of work on. And I know my niche is that I'm not going to be the leading man. I'm not going to do a lot of the potential things that some of the folks will do.
Yeah.
However, I don't mind being a captain on a starship and have 5 lines. Or I don't mind being the, whatever. And one point, because the age that I'm at now, a lot of folks, like you said one time, have already given up.
They're quitting, right. Just about your age, this is what happens. There's people who go out of high school or go out of college or whatever, and they drive off to Hollywood or whatever it is that they do, or go off to New York, and they're going to make it big, and they think they're going to make it big real quick. And some of them do. And some of them, maybe a lot later, they'll get. I mean, Morgan Freeman and Denzel Washington both became famous like when they were 40. They had been nobody before that, but then they became 40, and bam. Or Samuel L. Jackson, I think, was one of the guys who became. That was what I was thinking of. Samuel Jackson and Morgan Freeman both became famous after 40. They were nobody, they became famous. But the thing is, all these people, they go out, they think it's going to be easy, or maybe they don't think it's going to be easy, but they work and they work and they work and they don't get anywhere. Just because they haven't gotten that right timing or whatever, and they don't make it, and they turn 30 and they give up. They turn 30, and instead of, a lot of people right out of college will go off and get a regular job and get into that life then. Some people will try to make it in the big, wide world of whatever it is they do, make it, and they're 30 and they haven't gotten anything. They don't have any savings. They haven't made it in whatever they were trying to make it in, and they give up. And so for a guy your age, the competition is actually getting smaller. Whereas a guy my age, competition is huge. For you, it's getting smaller on a kind of daily basis. It's people who are already established, people who are still trying to scrap it out, and people are quitting. So you've got a better percentage chance for all the roles that fit, your age and type.
Sir, would you like fries with that? Awesome. Talent right there.
Wow.
I think some Hollywood...
I'm speechless.
I think some Hollywood producers will be watching this on the YouTube. And
See, what they don't know is that we're actually really good, experienced actors. And my real personality is much more like Herbert's portraying right now, and his is like mine. And we've swapped to pretend to be each other for the purposes of this video.
I will say this. If you have a James Wetuski, Herbert Midgley movie of us just doing what we're doing, that would be a hit.
I tell you what, though, I mean, you can do this on such a shoestring budget that you're at least going to make a profit. I mean, no need to put $40 million out and hope it makes the box office, blow out the box office records and stuff. No, just pay us $30,000 a year, and we'll make these movies, and you'll sell that many tickets automatically without even trying to. You'll make money. It'll be great.
I think it just followed us around. Just I don't know. Anyways,
reality TV shows. What he's saying. We want to be on reality TV. Just be us. No games, no nonsense. Just this.
It would definitely be something to watch. I wish the whatever show we could get that going national, because really at that
Seriously,
point,
talk about no budget that has the potential to be at least as big as any cable talk show.
Did I tell you one time I was riding my bike past the Dairy Queen here in Nacogdoches, and this guy came running out, and then I left. Then the next day I rode by there again. This guy ran out again and said, hey, I saw you on TV. I thought he saw me on Tech TV.
Yeah.
And what he said, yeah, I used to watch you every day. And I thought, every day? He was watching the whatever show. And this show had, this TV station had no power at all.
I don't think I know one other person who watched the show regularly. And I brought him on the show.
And he said this, he would VCR it when he wasn't at home.
Nice.
And I'm thinking, this is crazy.
The mark of a true fan, though, is if he's seen my appearances, because I was only there for a short time.
He probably did.
If he's seen me, he's a real fan.
And he brought up Aquaman, so I know for sure he was not lying about the whatever show.
True fan
of the whatever show. Well, awesome. Well, James, we're almost out of time here. You got anything else you want to say on the YouTube for all the friends out there in YouTube land?
I'm available to work. That's all I got to say.
And well, how can they find you, James?
Best way is to look me up on MySpace. MySpace.com/James Wetuski. James Wetuski. Check it out. I got my video up there. I have my updated, up-to-date resume where you can see all the different things I've been in. I've hot linked as much of that as possible to the relevant websites and various groups that are involved with those things. You can check all that out. What can I say? I got pictures up, some from the Western I just shot and some other ones. It's a good time. You'll enjoy yourself. Send me a message. Leave me a comment. Make me feel good.
And as always, you can check out herbertmidgley.com or theinternetlegend.com to go read my blog. And I guess that's really it. Well, James, thanks for being on the 6th Herb Report. And
thanks for having me.
If you want to be on a Herb Report, let me know if you're in town or whatever. Literally, whatever. We'll just talk about whatever.
I mean, if he'll have me on, he'll have you on.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Exactly.
There is not much requirements for getting booked on here.
You guys all rock and roll out there. Thank you. The Herb Report. Herb Report is now over. It's over. The Herb Report is done. Until next week. Rock and roll, everybody. Have a great day. And that's about it. And James is giving his James Wetuski hand sign. It's crazy. Rock and roll. Bye, everybody.